Today, we're talking about ranking #1 on Google. If you want your family law firm to rank at the very top of Google, you need to know which online directories actually move the needle. This is the biggest mistake in local SEO today. I mean, nothing else matters if you're listed in the wrong places. Google won't trust you and you won't appear in any of the search results. And potential clients, well, they're going to invest in your rivals instead. So here's the truth about directories that may surprise you, because the firms that are showing at the very top of Google, well, they're not in every directory. They're in the right ones. And that really is the secret to why they're winning so many cases. They are just appearing in 3 times as many search results. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do just that. We've analyzed 457 family law firms, and we've uncovered the top 7 directories that they are using. I mean, this really is like a cheat code to winning new customers through Google. Now, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which directories to prioritize and which ones to avoid. So you get real visibility and online authority that actually wins clients. And I know this works because my wife's divorce business was struggling for 6 long years without ever making profit. You can imagine the tears and the stress. And so I was able to take over, and we used SEO to find clients. We was able to turn that business around in just 3 short months. So you can imagine the relief. And not surprising, perhaps, I've been kind of obsessed with SEO ever since. And one of the many things I've learned across 30 years of doing business and entrepreneurship is perhaps the most important thing in business is trust. And if Google doesn't trust you, it is not going to recommend you. So how does Google decide who it trusts and who it doesn't? Well, it's not with sexy websites, it's not with clever marketing, but it's mainly with citations. So what is a citation? Citation is simply your business name, address, and phone number, what we call your NAP, listed in an external directory. Now, I know that sounds super dull, but it's way more powerful than you might think, because with over 2,000 businesses claiming their Google business profile every single day, they simply can't check those businesses manually. So instead, they send out the robots. These robots crawl around the web like private detectives, searching online directories for matching citations. If they match, you get citation points. But if they don't match, you lose points. But here's the thing, not all citations are equal. So business A can outrank business B even with fewer citations.
Success.
If those citations live on high authority websites and directories. And that's why we use something called the citation pyramid. At the base of the pyramid, you've got the big 5, the essential ones every business simply must have. Above that, you've got the low level tier. Think unstructured mentions, local press, blogs, podcasts, even a shout out in the local news. Plus, of course, you've got more general directories like LinkedIn, TomTom, Yale, Thomson Local, 192.com. These aren't flashy, but they're valuable. Next comes the mid tier. This is where it gets a bit more relevant. Local chambers of commerce, regional legal bodies, and review sites like Trustpilot. These don't just help your SEO, they also help boost your reputation. But before we climb to the very top tier, we must talk about the aggregators. These guys don't give you a citation directly, instead they're like the middlemen who spread your information across dozens, sometimes hundreds of directories automatically. It sounds like the ideal solution, but there is a catch. They aren't free. Some like Yext cost $199 a year. Some like Data Axel's enterprise solution, they cost $150,000 a year. But they are convenient, and aggregators keep your NAP consistent everywhere. And that is crucial. Because if your address shows on one directory like this and shows up on another directory like this, well, that can break your authority and make Google doubt who you are. For authority, that brings us to the top level tier, the most valuable citations that you can get. These are the professional associations, accreditations, and industry-specific directories that really signal authority to Google and to your potential clients. Now, the good news is if you're registered as a solicitor in the UK, you'll already be featured on the SRA register and the Law Society. Both have very high authority that Google loves. But the directories we're about to explore, well, they're your chance to stand out, to go beyond the bare minimum. And they will boost your visibility, your credibility, and your authority simultaneously. And we didn't just guess or use ChatGPT, we actually painstakingly analysed 457 family law firms, crunched and verified the data, and scored the top 7 directories across 5 key factors. It's like a pro game of top trumps, but for family law firms. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So let's find out who comes out number 1. First up, it's the Oscars of law firms. It's Best Lawyers, also known as Who's Who Legal. Peer-reviewed, prestigious, and global. The kind of badge that makes other lawyers tip their hat in respect. Paid profile upgrades are available. It's very strong international recognition. Thousands of lawyers worldwide. Best for firms chasing prestige, international referrals, or a little legal bragging rights. But prestige alone doesn't bring in clients. So if you want influence that actually reaches everyday people, let's move on to the granddaddy of legal directories. It's Martindale-Hubbell. Think of it as the library of law firms, listings stretching across the globe. Free basic listings with premium upgrades available. Very high authority, especially in North America, for over 1 million lawyer profiles. Best for firms who want that international clout or to attract expat clients. Massive reach is great, but if you want your name in front of UK clients actually searching for family lawyers, well, the next one is a bit sharper. Picture TripAdvisor, but for the legal profession. So spot number 5, it's Review Solicitors, a client-facing reviews platform that builds on social proof. And it can directly generate inquiries. Free basic listings and premium options are available. High authority with a growing influence in the UK Google search results. Thousands of solicitor profiles. And that's best for firms looking to build trust with UK clients, especially in family law. And speaking of trust, our next stop is all about credibility and peer respect, a directory where professionals themselves take notice. It's LexisNexis. Highly niche and family law specific, strong for relevance and signaling specialization, with some free options and some paid subscriptions available. Strong authority thanks to the LexisNexis brand. It's on the small side, but it's highly focused. Best for firms wanting a laser focused listing in a respected legal research hub. From niche research tools, let's shift to big legal networks that everyone's actually looking at. In third spot, it's the Legal 500, the golden globe of law. Everybody wants in. It's a serious credibility booster. Free for editorial inclusion, but there are paid upgrades for premium profiles. Very high authority, recognized by lawyers, clients, and Google alike, with thousands of firms worldwide. It's best for firms chasing prestige and industry recognition. Now, prestige is great, but the next one is a little more practical. The peer network every family lawyer should be in. So number 2 spot, it's Chambers and Partners. It's the Wall Street Journal for lawyers. Global rankings, international recognition, and a profile that practically screams top tier. Editorial rankings are free, premium profiles cost extra. Extremely high authority. Thousands globally, but a little more selective in the UK. It's best for firms wanting to signal authority, especially if attracting high value clients or corporate referrals. All right, and finally, it's the golden ticket, the ultimate trust signal. Smaller, more intimate, but super focused, and perfect for family law firms in the UK today. In number 1 spot, it's Resolution. Think of Resolution as the club that every family lawyer wants to join. hyper-focused, credible, and respected by peers and clients alike. It requires a paid membership and it's highly recognized by both Google and clients alike. With around 6,000 members, it's best for family law specialists who want credibility, visibility among peers, but who also want to reach potential clients. So which ones should you choose? Well, first consider geography. Does this directory even cover your location? Notice how our data actually shows where the visitors are coming from. Next, what's your goal? Do you want a directory that can actually attract clients directly from the listing? In that case, you'll probably need to reach for their paid for services. Or are you mainly using this as a trust signal for Google? Now, if you are spending money, ask yourself, how many new clients would you need to bring in to make this a good return on your investment, make it worthwhile? And if you are nervous about committing, you can start small. Maybe start with one, try it out, measure it, track it. When it comes to renewal time, you'll know if to reinvest or try a different directory instead. Now, the bigger question is, how many do you actually need? Well, the answer depends entirely on your competition. And that's why I recommend you invest in an SEO audit. Because without it, frankly, you're trying to play the game on hard mode, and why would you want to do that? So now you know the 7 top tier directories worth considering based on research from nearly 500 UK family law firms, complete with their traffic, audience and membership data, plus our top trumps style scorecard, assess them across 5 ranking factors. But remember, citations alone aren't enough. Now, if you want to know the exact steps you need to take to get your firm to #1 on Google, get yourself an SEO audit. And at the time I'm recording, a handful of businesses can get a full audit, usually $97, entirely free. Now, this is limited, so check out the description to see if it's still available. And if it is, grab it whilst you can. And remember, it pays to get on the map, literally.